All right, and we are live with another Raw review. Back again here with Dave, the Bizarre One. How are you doing, sir?
I'm great.
All right, July 7th, 2014. We are coming from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So it was a pretty rowdy crowd tonight. Cole, at the beginning of the show, revealed that there was no authority there tonight. No Triple H or Stephanie McMahon. Um, so that kind of made things a little bit interesting tonight. And we started up with Roman Reigns coming down to the ring. Had a little promo, pretty much. Let me see what he said. I wrote some of it down right here. The crowd was chanting "Cena sucks." He said that when Roman Reigns is in the house, damn right, Cena sucks. Kind of like that. Little improv. Says he comes to the ring only with a point. He brings up Triple H, putting him in the title match at Battleground. He says he can stop John Cena, and then Kane can't stop him, and Randy Orton won't win the title. And then we had Kane come out to interrupt, which then ended up with them two brawling. What'd you think of all that? We had Finley come out. What did they call him? The WWE higher ups, which was Fit Finley, Malenko. Can't remember the two other guys. IRS.
Jamie
Yeah,
Noble.
Jamie Noble. And Reigns ended up spearing the shit out of Fit Finley. That was great. But what did you think about the opening segment of Raw tonight?
I mean, Roman, look, this is not just talk bad about Roman Reigns. I really like him, but he still needs some work on the mic, though. It didn't come off as crisp as you would have liked it to come off when he was doing that.
I agree with you. We could have came out a little bit more sharp.
It wasn't a Rock promo or a John Cena promo. I mean, not saying he's at that level, but people keep putting him at that high level that, oh, he's the next world champion. Next week he'll be world champion or something like that.
Yeah.
Even Us tweeted out that good mic work, but he still needs some work.
Oh, yeah, everybody can use some work. And, I mean, he's big time, but he doesn't need the championship quite yet.
But everyone wants him to be champion right now.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. That's not going to happen for a couple of months now. But
No more than that, I think. Still.
I thought the opening was solid. But,
yeah.
You know, Kane getting squashed every night is getting kind of old, but I digress.
That's
they also announced
10 years.
Yeah, they also announced Bret Hart would be live on the show. They also announced the main event, which was Seth Rollins versus John Cena.
Seth Rollins announced that earlier.
I'm sorry?
Seth Rollins announced that earlier on his Twitter account that it'd be him and Cena tonight.
Yeah, he announced it on Twitter. They also said The Miz will face Chris Jericho in a one-on-one match, and they also announced that it would be Randy Orton versus Dean Ambrose in a rematch from SmackDown. So yeah, kind of an action-packed Raw compared to last week where we got a bunch of surprises and all that kind of good stuff. But let's get on to the first match of the night, which is a tag team match, which we're gonna get to see a lot of these days. Is the Wyatts versus the Usos. And this match was pretty good because the crowd was really, really into it. The Wyatt ended up picking up the win, but the Usos were claiming that the wrong twin got pinned. What did you think about the match and them possibly facing them again at Battleground?
I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah, I thought it was a great match. I enjoyed it. The Usos to me, they always put their bodies on the line, and they're always so fun to watch. Honestly, not doing a prediction video now, but predicting what I think I see happening, because they don't want to give you Bray Wyatt versus Jericho at Battleground. So what I think that will probably happen, I don't know for sure, I'm not reading spoilers, I'm just guessing this will happen. It'll be Jericho and the Usos versus the Wyatt family. where you could set up the tag titles on the line at SummerSlam and Bray and Jericho at SummerSlam.
That makes sense. But I mean, it depends on where they go with the whole story. They can also have. I mean, I don't want to see it, but they could have the match at Battleground and end up in a DQ or something.
I thought you meant to say like the Miz and Jericho.
I mean, we could. Well, the Jericho. We'll get into that later, but I really do think they're gonna face each other. It could be the 6-man, like you said. It could be 1-on-1.
I think most sense right now because you have the Wyatts, Harper and Rowan take it on Usos, so why not mix it up and make it a 6-man at Battleground to have it like a Battleground type match, you know? And then have
it makes sense.
The match. You don't want to give the Bray Wyatt and Jericho at Battleground right now. You want to wait till SummerSlam. And then the tag titles would make most sense to do it at the SummerSlam.
I agree.
Or have the Wyatt at Battleground. The Usos get a rematch at SummerSlam. But to me, it would make more sense to have the Wyatt win the titles at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it definitely makes it more big, more huge. But I heard that they mentioned the Ascension on the app. So
I'll watch it.
Maybe the Ascension get involved here with the Usos maybe soon. I don't know. Wasn't watching the app or nothing, but I heard on Twitter that they mentioned the Ascension on the app. So I'm not sure if that's something to keep in mind or anything like that.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you do bring the Ascension in, you don't bring them in right away to give them the tag titles.
Well,
bring them in and build them up a little bit.
NXT, they're pretty dominant, so...
There's no tag teams there.
I mean, I agree, but...
Me and you could go down there and be a dominant tag team and no other tag teams.
I agree. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but they'll have that pedigree coming into WWE that they're so dominant.
They can dominate that tag division, too.
Yeah. But Luke Harper and Eric Rowan get the win. Pretty solid match, like I said. The crowd was really, really into the match as well. So it always makes a good match. A match a little bit better. So expect to see this match again shortly. Maybe not even on SmackDown. Which on SmackDown and Main Event, man, it's pretty solid. On Main Event, you're getting a U.S. title match between Sheamus and Del Rio. Sure, I mean,
about that.
It's not the best match in the world, but it's a title match.
It's like, really?
Yeah, and also we'll see the highlight reel with Chris Jericho, and his special guest will be Bret Hart. So they're definitely trying to get you...
Interesting right there, I think. Jericho and Bret Hart.
Yeah, definitely something different. It definitely, since they're doing a WWE Network, the free week preview, they definitely want people to tune in and watch. So this is definitely a reason to check out WWE Main Event if you'd like. And also, they also announced on SmackDown that it will be Roman Reigns versus Rusev. So,
really,
yeah, that is a match that should be fantastic.
They can't. That'd be too. They can't have, unless they're going a route where they want Rusev to lose, and then it won't look so bad if Jack Swagger beats him.
This match will probably end up in a disqualification.
Yeah, I'm just saying if they go that route, where it's like, okay, if Roman Reigns beats him, which would be stupid, but
yeah,
they can go so many different ways with that.
Yeah. After the match, we had a backstage segment with Orton and Kane. Well, what did they say? Orton said one way or the other, the title is coming back to the Authority. Seth Rollins walks in and promises to think twice before cashing in if either one of them win at Battleground. I kind of like that part. Kind of gives you a little suspense if if Rollins is going to cash in. Both of them, Rollins walks off. Orton says he's starting to hate Rollins. Kane says not nearly as much as he's starting to hate Orton. So, trying to get a little bit...
Either Kane turn I could see that earlier, or in terms on the Authority very soon. I think
Okay.
because I think the Authority is winding down. Honestly,
Oh yeah, I could definitely, definitely. I mean, could we possibly see another Randy Orton and Kane match at SummerSlam? I definitely hope not.
I mean it could be it'd be good. I bet, but I would kind of almost want to see Kane become a good guy again. Almost, you know.
Well, his movie's coming out, so maybe they want to keep him that evil
Yeah,
Kane.
that's
But
right. Fall, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Orton turn face again, and because they're running. Oh, I guess not. Maybe not right now, because they already got John Cena, so we don't need Orton to.
yeah, who knows what they're gonna do with that? But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Kind of a little tension going into the battleground. Uh, After that, we had Alicia Fox versus Nikki Bella. I don't even want to talk about that crap match. Um, all right, the third match was actually a different match we haven't seen, at least on TV. That was Rusev versus Rob Van Dam. And this match was okay, but we did realize that Zeb Coulter challenged Rusev to a match at Battleground. What
So
do
I
you
want
think
to.
about all that and the match?
Is that their kind of heel thing with Zeb and Jack that the real Americans won't travel to Canada? Or that was part of that thing?
Or maybe Swagger's not allowed to go to Canada quite yet because he was arrested.
Go to Canada. He's an American.
It's out of the country, so maybe he can't leave. Possibly can't leave the country because he was arrested. Maybe. I don't know. That could have been. That could be it. I don't know. I mean, I could probably be most likely wrong, but that could have been a possibility. But what did you think of the match?
I was hoping Zeb and them were going to come out, but they didn't. After I seen the video they did, I knew it was going to come out.
Yes, Rusev did get the win over RVD. I like Rusev a lot. I just hope they.
Officially challenge for Jack Swagger, Rusev. So we'll see if that happens at Battleground, which would be awesome.
Oh, I definitely see this happening at Battleground. No doubt. No doubt. But yeah, we got that match down, and we get to the next match, which was, oh man, fantastic. I hope they wrestle. I wouldn't mind, like I said on Twitter, a best of 7 between these two guys, which was Randy Orton versus Dean Ambrose. What are your thoughts of this match? Did you enjoy it better than the one on SmackDown?
It's hard to say. I mean, this was a pretty clean. I can't remember. This was more of a clean, straight up win for Orton than it was because. Let's see, I think Rollins was on commentary last time. I think he might have interfered a little bit technically. No, it was disqualification last time. That's what it was. So it was nice to actually seeing a straight up match and a clean finish instead of like Rollins running in, you know. But you do kind of like the aspect of Ambrose beating the crap out of Rollins on commentary like he did on SmackDown. That was kind of cool how they did that.
Yeah, they're really playing up their Ambrose Rollins storyline very, very well.
But it happens at some time.
Yeah, it could happen. And
Rounds open too.
the match I thought was good. I mean, Orton did pick up the win clean. I mean, no distractions or anything like that. I mean, it doesn't really make Ambrose look weak or anything. I think they both put on a really good match.
I think Orton needed that win because he's going into a championship match at Battleground. So he couldn't look. I'm not saying losing to Ambrose to make him look weak, but it would kind of, he can't win without help.
Yeah.
But Orton had to kind of win that match, I think.
I agree. You gotta have him come with some momentum into Battleground, and beating Ambrose is definitely a guy that gives you.
That's what makes me worried about SmackDown if if Roman Reigns beats Rusev, he looks like he's unstoppable too.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it ends. I think it ends in the DQ. Next, we got Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. This match was just to continue the storyline with him and Fandango.
And Fandango boring on commentary. I don't understand anything he said.
Yeah, Fandango wasn't. he was hot 2 years ago, and he's kind of lowering down the food chain.
No talking, and it was just like, what are you saying? I couldn't understand anything he said. It was like, no, Layla's. I was like, what? Speak up! I can't hear you. It was really annoying.
Yeah, he wasn't the best tonight, but
He
Fandango starts dancing on the announce table, distracts Ziggler, and Ziggler ends up getting beat by Del Rio.
And Michael Cole and the King seem to be really enjoying the dance.
Oh.
They were just looking at him like, hey.
Yeah.
Like the Kings are dancing on the table or something.
Yeah. But we'll skip on that part. Next, we had a backstage segment with Goldust and Stardust. They said some kind of wacky promo. I couldn't catch it.
I don't know. I didn't understand what they're talking about. I have no clue.
Yeah, but they're definitely over with everybody. So,
oh yeah, they're
definitely where they're going with those two guys. Next, we had Bret Hart come down to the ring. Kind of talked about the Montreal Screw. Talked about how he wished he'd be back in the ring and how he wished to wrestle in Montreal. And then we had Bret, the Hitman Hart, come out, a.k.a. Damien Sandow. Poked fun at Bret a little bit and took a punch from Bret, which got the crowd going. But I was really hoping he was going to come down at Shawn Michaels. That would have been fantastic. Really would have gotten heat on Sandow. What did you think about that little point segment? Did you really care for it at all?
I enjoyed the thing before that too with Jerry the King Lawler when he came out about the whole, talking about his heart attack, and that's when last time he was there. That was really cool how they did that. Let him do that for like a few seconds. I thought all they did was just to get the cheap pop on it. I enjoyed it. It just seems like they're just bringing him back to get these little cheap pops because no people will show up and sell out to see him.
Oh yeah, and pushing the WWE Network and stuff like that. It then led to a Sheamus versus Damien Sandow match. Sheamus gets the win. What a shocker! And he'll be putting up.
He's entertaining.
Yeah, and he'll be putting up his title tomorrow night on Main Event against Alberto Del Rio.
Is this an actual match, or is it just are they just gonna cut the footage from SmackDown and put it on there?
I really think they're gonna, I'm assuming that we're gonna see a solid match between the two, especially since it's gonna be WWE Network.
Like, I know, but it's like Sheamus when he wrestles Del Rio just gets boring because when they were feuding for the world title, it's like they wrestled for 10 months in a row.
Yeah. This is a match you just can't get rid of. That's
much.
Yeah. Next, we had The Miz do a promo, and now I guess this is a Hollywood Miz. A lot of people are actually kind of digging it on Twitter. I was kind of shocked to see that. What do you think of this whole new Miz gimmick? I'm sorry?
These people need to get out more then.
You didn't really care for it?
I don't even like The Miz at all. I mean, didn't The Rock do this like 10 years ago?
I'm not a fan of The Miz. I'll admit that. But I like it better than his old gimmick.
On is like, don't hit my face. Okay, that's Cody Rhodes. He took The Rock and
Cody. Yeah, but see, it makes more sense for a guy like him to say stuff like that because of his background. You know what I mean?
He's done a couple crappy movies. I mean, they're not like.
He became a wrestler from being on reality TV and stuff like that. So his persona came from being a TV persona, which then led him to be on the WWE. So it kind of makes sense for him to have this character. I mean, I don't like The Miz. It's not gonna make me become a fan of him, or I don't hope he gets a major push or anything. But this gimmick makes sense for him. He hasn't been in 5-star movies and stuff like that. But him being that cocky motherfucker, it makes sense. He's that guy that you're friends with that's been in like those movies that are straight to DVDs and brags about it. That's the kind of guy, and he just despises him. That's the kind of heel he is, and he's gonna be hated. He'll be hated if he keeps up this persona good. If he does it well. Yeah, but he's hated for all the wrong reasons. He's hated because no one likes him. Nobody thinks he's a good wrestler. He uses the figure four. Stuff like that. That's why. Excuse me. That's why people don't like him. But
I think what Stephanie McMahon said a few months ago was perfect for The Miz, honestly. The only reason he's still around is because he can talk and he can go do all these little interviews, and he's going to go do an interview. That's pretty much all he's
doing. And do WWE movies. I can tell you that. There's going to be another Marine after this one and another one after that, I'm pretty sure. But let's get into the match, which was Chris Jericho and The Miz. What did you think of the match? Because Chris Jericho ends up picking up the win.
The match wasn't even... It was good to see Jericho back in the ring, but the match wasn't even really that good. It's Jericho's first match, so maybe you can chub it up to that.
First match in a year. Yeah, well, he's probably performed on some house shows, but yeah. His first TV match in a year. So,
it wasn't that good.
After that, Bray Wyatt appears on the stage. What did he say? He said...
So he says...
He's going to save an entire universe when he can't save himself. Bray goes on and says he will hold Jericho's every word against him and never, ever let him forget. I thought that was great. Because he said it just like Jericho. Bray goes on and Jericho asks him to please shut the hell up. Let the promos begin between these two guys. It's going to be epic. Can't wait. I'm sorry?
Bray Wyatt's going to show up on Main Event.
Yes. I would assume. That would be what would happen. And maybe takes out Jericho, maybe, possibly, or Jericho takes out Bray, maybe.
I doubt that.
Well, who went? They haven't touched each other. Am I correct, or am I?
Except when they beat the crap out of Jericho last week.
Well, see, doesn't it kind of make sense if Jericho went over on Bray?
I don't think the match is happening for a while, so I think it's going to be like a slow build. I say SummerSlam this match happens, so they're not going to have too much. They're going to go back and forth for a while, I think.
Especially, well, can maybe happen because of the week it is. The free preview, they want people to sub. If
Which is
see
that, smart idea.
If we get, oh, wow, look at this main event. Wow, maybe all the main events are always going to be like that, which they're not. Maybe we need to sub. But let's just go on. We had finally a turn tonight. We had Paige and AJ Lee versus Cameron and Naomi. A lot of people dig the what was that?
I was thinking you were talking about Paige. I was like, okay, never mind.
Oh no, Paige. A lot of people were digging the Paige and AJ Lee tag team on Twitter. I saw that. I agree. Naomi and Cameron actually finally duke it out. The end, the Funkadactyls. Man, they were Naomi was swinging for the fences. It looked like some of the times they were going at it.
The bet that was not one of my favorite matches of the night because Cameron really sold it. Where she said it's funny because she said they put lip gloss on during the match. That's pretty. I was like, wow, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, putting makeup on and stuff. I actually enjoyed Cameron for once, and she's not the best wrestler in the world. And I can't believe it is. We're actually getting diva storylines. We have Summer Rae and Layla. We have the Bellas and Stephanie McMahon. We have Paige and AJ Lee, and we have the Funkadactyls feuding with each other. So wow, I mean,
I know we don't want to talk about it. Did you say Layla and Summer?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we had that still going on somewhere, wherever that goes. That little segment would be a perfect spot to bring back GTP.
Yeah, and something that full. Yeah, a lot of people wish that was back.
There you go, that'd be interesting.
But, I mean, it's looking like we might see some deep matches in the next couple of pay-per-views, so it should be interesting. Hopefully they can deliver.
I
The
love it.
next match was a
I mean, that was awesome.
I agree. After that, we had the rematch between Cesaro and Kofi Kingston from last week on Raw, where Kofi Kingston picked on Cesaro, and he does it again tonight against Cesaro.
Pulls it.
In a roll up. Yeah, so I mean, I don't really know what they're doing with this feud. I guess they don't know what they want to do with Cesaro right now. He ends up trying to attack Kofi again, and Big E makes the save. So expect maybe them against each other next week on Raw. I'm pretty sure, maybe in a tag match or something.
Eventually, if Cesaro does win the title, it'll set up a match with those two, I guess, because Cesaro's lost to him twice.
Yeah, I mean, they did announce who else is going to be in the IC. I think they announced a couple of them. I think Big E's going to be in it. Fandango, a couple other guys.
But the guys who won't.
So definitely going to see Big E versus Cesaro. If not on SmackDown this coming Friday, we'll definitely see them next week against each other on Raw. And hey, we might even see it twice. SmackDown on Raw. Who knows?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, so let's just get to this match. Which I thought this match was going to be stupid at first, but it actually made my night and actually made me laugh, which was El Torito versus Bo Dallas.
The match of the night?
No, not match of the night. This match made me laugh. I thought it was going to be stupid, but this match actually made me laugh. Bo Dallas, El Torito. Bo Dallas doing the victory lap and knocking him over, El Torito over, was great. I laughed hard at that moment. That was funny.
Put him up on the apron and he said, "No, stop."
Yeah. Bo Dallas is great. I love the character. I can't wait to see what they do with him. Really love him. But any thoughts on Bo Dallas before we get to the main event?
Do you think he's turning into a little bit of the new Santino?
No.
Just as of lately with the comedy and stuff like that.
Because he's that corny comedy.
Corny comedy. I mean, go on.
I don't know how to describe him, but it's not that stupid comedy that Santino does. It's more. I can't. It's hard to explain. Like remember when he got the mic hit out of his hand, he goes, "Oh, sorry, Butterfingers." It's stuff like he's more positive. It's like that positive comedy. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's
entertaining. It just seems like what Santino was doing for so long when he was just entertaining to the crowd, but he's more of a heel than anything.
Yeah, I guess it's weirder seeing a heel play up to the crowd that way than a face. But the belief stuff is over. So I mean I like it a lot. And
they're using the undefeated bow thing.
Yeah, the undefeated stuff. I wonder what they're gonna do with that.
It seems like they're trying to take a shot at the Goldberg streak a little bit, or even the Undertaker streak.
Who knows? Maybe they bring in Goldberg, take him out. Let's get to the main event, which was Seth Rollins versus John Cena. Let's just get down to the end of it. Kane interferes, tries to get involved.
He does get involved.
Well, yeah, he gets involved. Randy Orton gets involved. Roman Reigns comes down, makes the save. They tease another cash-in. And, of course, Ambrose makes the save as well. Beats the crap out of Rollins again.
I think Rollins for a while.
I'm sorry?
I think Rollins is keeping that case for a while.
Oh, yeah. It's a smart thing to do. Because if he wins the title now, he's just going to lose. He does not need the belt right now. He's hot as it is. He doesn't need the belt. Randy Orton ends up trying to get the RKO, and suddenly Super Cena ends up popping up and does his finisher. Kane tries to do the choke slam. Roman Reigns ends up spearing John Cena. I'm sorry, not John Cena, Kane. And at the end of the night, we had each other raising each other's arms, which was John Cena getting booed and Roman Reigns getting cheered. And Roman Reigns having a little smirk on his face. What did you think of the match and the end of the match? With the whole
wasn't going to be super long. I wish it would have been. Like, it would have been great to see a really 15 to 20-minute match, but we knew we weren't going to get that. But it wasn't okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad either. It was a good match. It just wasn't. It was nothing spectacular.
I agree. I mean, I'm tired of Kane coming down and getting involved in matches. I get it, I understand it, but it's just getting kind of tiresome. I mean, I like the teases from the Money in the Bank briefcase stuff, but we already know what's going to happen most of the time. I want them to be, I want them to be more creative with it. Maybe have Dean Ambrose come down in a referee's uniform sometime, or
That'd been funny.
or something like that. Just be more creative with it, not just have him come in.
It's not gonna be on a Raw. It's probably gonna be on a pay-per-view, like big on the network.
Yeah, I just want them to be more creative with Ambrose attacking Rollins. Not just having him just always coming out from the crowd all the time. I mean, I'm not complaining that he's doing it because it's building up a feud, but just be more creative with it. Have him, come out different ways, be dressed up as different people. They could be more creative that way. But all in all, tonight's Raw, I mean, it wasn't as great as last week's, of course, because, we got so many comebacks, so many surprises, and then tonight wasn't, it wasn't as intense as it was last week. We got more matches. We got maybe better matches than we saw last week. But this Raw probably didn't live up to the expectations that you probably thought you were going to come into seeing last week's Raw. But all in all, what did you think of Raw tonight, Bizarre One?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed the tag match. I enjoyed Roman Reigns' I wish Roman Reigns would have wrestled tonight, but other than it looked like he'll probably wrestle Kane eventually. But like you said, this week it's going to be Roman and Rusev, which I don't know why they would book that right now, but it's just like on SmackDown.
They want views. They want ratings. I mean, they want people to tune in. I guess this is all.
No one's really watching it anyway. I don't even watch it on Friday nights usually. I'm usually watching it the next day or something.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the time I do the same thing. I have it on DVR, watch it the next night, next morning, whatever have you. But they want people to tune in, and the pop these two guys had when they were the last two in the Battle Royal might have been a light bulb in their head saying, have these two guys on SmackDown, people may tune in to watch.
They did mention that Sheamus is in the Battle Royal, and if he wins, he's going to unify the titles.
Okay, that's something to think about.
I mean, I think Sheamus is stale right now. He needs a heel turn or something.
Sheamus is definitely better as a heel. I agree.
He needs something different. I mean, it's like, man, I'm just like, wow. They need to do something with him. But, I mean, yeah, Raw was good. We had some good matches. Ambrose, I still say the tag match was probably the best match of the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know what? Orton and Ambrose was a really good match. Which, I mean, of course, if you want ratings, they're going to put Cena on SmackDown if they really want ratings.
Yeah.
Cena versus
main event or anything like that. Yeah. But, yeah, all in all, that's our Raw review for tonight. Some TNA news. We will be definitely doing a TNA review starting next week because they will be doing their... Destination
X isn't going to be on pay-per-view. It's going to be on Spike, which that'll be interesting to check out. So we'll get to see versus the Wolves for free.
Yeah, so the next 3 weeks, starting next week, for the next 3 weeks starting next week, we will be doing TNA reviews back on Thursday nights. We'll be doing them starting next week because they'll be doing them from their New York City tapings. So we're definitely eager to see what they did there. I think the first week is their regular taping, and then I think the following week, if I'm not mistaken, is Destination X. And
okay, so it's in New York then.
Yeah, and then the week after that is another New York taping, and then they go back to their regular taping. So you may even see a month's worth of TNA reviews from me and the Bizarre One. So please tune in. We definitely know our TNA fan base was definitely our highest viewed videos. TNA videos were always the most popular videos on this page, no lie. Um, so, us not doing TNA videos probably hurt us, but when they're not giving us quality product, we're not going to watch or, waste our time. So hopefully these next few weeks of TNA videotaping will get us back into TNA, and maybe we'll start doing TNA videos back again. Who knows? But we will definitely be starting to do them next week and Destination X. So please,
Give them
please.
credit. Last Thursday for that main event, they actually had a clean finish to a title match finally.
Yes. Last week's TNA Impact was not, it wasn't too bad. We're still not going to do, if a review this week. I'm sorry, we're not going to do another TNA review this week. But starting next week, please tune in and subscribe. We would appreciate it. I'm even maybe thinking about me and Dave doing a pay-per-view on the network each month. Pick out a pay-per-view, watch it, and then give a little review on it. Just to spice up our channel a little bit instead of just doing one or two wrestling reviews a month. So
maybe when the Monday Night War thing comes around, if they start doing some nitros, we can review some of those old ones. That'd be interesting, like that week or whatever. If they do like each week they show a nitro and a Raw, maybe we could do something like that.
yeah, we'll definitely be doing some more reviews on this channel, especially with the WWE adding more content on the network. So yeah, please tune in. Definitely. We'll bring back TNA reviews, and I will also, if Dave, doesn't order them, I will also probably do ROH pay-per-view reviews. So just check out our channel. We'll be doing more wrestling reviews. Just want more views and more subscribers. We're not trying to get paid. We just want more fan base and some more, comments and stuff like that. It's nice to get more interaction on the channel, but even though we get the views, we don't really get the interaction. But we do appreciate everybody watching. Tonight's Raw was a pass by me and Dave. Any last words before we log off tonight, Dave?
If you want to talk to us off of here, talk more to us, you can follow us on Twitter.
Yes, definitely. After this video uploads tomorrow, I will add our Twitter handles down below so everybody can definitely get a hold of us if they want to, chat or whatever have you. But yeah, that's going to end our Raw review tonight. We will be definitely back next Monday night for another Raw review, and then Thursday night for our Impact review. So yeah, that's going to end it. Everybody have a great Monday night and a great work week, and we will see you guys next Monday night. Appreciate it, everybody.